I am speaking to you from the Cabinet Room at 10 Downing Street. This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock, that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, we shall never surrender.
Trying to be misunderstood.
This is London calling. Here is a new flag.
But it doesn't do me any good.
Hitler is dead.
Love the way they smiled at me, held that face for eternity.
This is the BBC Home Service.
Now let them all fly.
It is with deep regret that we announce that President Kennedy is dead. He was shot down as he was driving in an open car through the city of Dallas, Texas.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
When it's over,
and now here comes Hurst. He's got some people are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now. It's so.
A momentous and historic day in British politics.
I'll be misunderstood.
Margaret Thatcher is the first woman Prime Minister in Britain.
By the beautiful and good in this city.
The two were pictured hearing the ruling of the military tribunal that they should die. Ceausescu moved his hands in a show of resignation, and that was it. The end of a 24-year Romanian nightmare.
Just don't try and understand. Trying to be misunderstood.
There's been a major fire emergency on the London Underground tonight at King's Cross Station.
Just a product of my childhood.
20 people have died.
And still I find myself outside. You can say
the Chinese flag is flying over Hong Kong tonight. 156 years of colonial rule ended when Britain handed the territory over to China.
No excuses, won't apologize.
French police say Diana, Princess of Wales, has been seriously injured and her companion Dodi Al-Fayed killed in a road accident in the French capital, Paris.
Come find me, tell them to me.
This is BBC Radio News from London. Buckingham Palace has announced the death of Diana, Princess of Wales.
I'll be misunderstood.
The gunman burst into the small primary school in the village of Dunblane in Stirlingshire. First it was thought only one child had been killed. Now it's understood that the death toll is much higher.
The jury of 9 men and 3 women returned after 5.5 hours of deliberations. The foreman was asked if they'd reached verdicts on the abduction and murder of James Bulger. He said they had, and asked what those verdicts were, he said guilty for each boy on both of the counts.
At just before 9 o'clock, the pure blue sky over Manhattan was filling with smoke. A hijacked American airliner had just smashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center.
She was, quite simply, the most magical grandmother you could possibly have.
We bid farewell to a greatly loved queen. For her grace, humanity and sympathy, for her courage in adversity, for the happiness she brought to so many.
Today we focus on Afghanistan, but the battle is broader.
Every nation has a choice to make. In this conflict, there is no neutral ground.
The military action we are taking will be targeted against places we know to be involved in the Al-Qaeda network of terror or against the military apparatus of the Taliban.
The International Olympic Committee has the honor of announcing that the Games of the 30th Olympiad in 2012 are awarded to the city of London. We've done it! London have won it!
This is London, 9:47 on a midsummer morning. Terrified voices are going from mourning to music. The terrorists dropped one of the city's most reassuring everyday symbols, a London bus.
The day London was attacked again had begun with an act of remembrance. In Tavistock Square, where the bus was blown up 2 weeks ago, a tribute to the innocent victims.
We shall never surrender.